Hello students, welcome back to the math class. Today we are going to start topic number 2, question number 7 onwards. We are doing the topic of angle formed on parallel lines. Okay, so those angles which are formed on the parallel lines like corresponding angles, alternate angles or interior angles, so they have some relations specifically, and accordingly if in the figure some angles are unknown, with the help of some known angles we can find out them easily. So already we have covered the relation between corresponding, alternate and interior angles. Okay, so you know that if two lines are parallel, corresponding angles are equal, alternate angles are also equal, and interior angles are supplementary. Okay, so that relation we shall utilize over here, and then accordingly we will find out the required one. Let us see the question number 7. In the seventh question, we have given that PQ is parallel to RS. You can refer the figure. PQ and RS are given parallel. Angle MXQ is given as 135 degree and angle MYR is equal to 40 degree. Find the value of angle MXMY. Okay, X and Y, I will show you which angle they are talking about here. They are talking about this angle XMY. This complete angle we need to find out. Okay, so directly we cannot find out the whole angle. We shall find out the two part of this angle, and when we shall add both the part, we will get the required one. This question I have taken from your solved example exercise given before the 6.2. Okay, so let us start this question. Before we start this question, first of all we will do some construction, because as I have told you that we will make two angles on angle x and y. We shall find out the value of separately that two angles, and then we will add both of them to get the required value. Okay, so here I am making one construction. I am drawing a line through M which is parallel to the line PQ. Okay, so this is my part of construction. So this will be a line. Since it is a construction, so we shall draw a dotted line over here. Yes, we'll draw dotted line. You also draw in your notebook as a dotted lines over there. So it will show clearly it is a part of construction. Okay. Let me complete this one. Okay, fine. Now here we'll give the name to this line. This line, suppose if I say PQ and RS is given, so let me give this sorry, let me give the name to this line as AB. Yes, this line is AB over here, and we can say the line AB is parallel to PQ. That is our construction. So we are making one line which is parallel to PQ, and this line we have drawn through M. Okay, so let us start the first of all I will write down the given. In the given, first we will write down PQ is parallel to RS. That is one given to us. Then see, we have given that angle MXQ. So where is angle MXQ? We shall start with M, then we'll go to X, and then we'll go to Q. So this is angle given 135 degree. That is angle MXQ. For convenience, I will suppose that angle is angle number 1. So I will say angle 1 is given as 135 degree. That is one thing. Second thing, you observe angle MYR. Again start with M, go to Y, and then go to R. So angle MYR is given as 40 degrees. So that I will suppose as angle number 2. So write down this one as angle number 2 is equal to 40 degree. Okay, so that is the required given things here. Now what is required? We have to find out, write down in to find section. We have to find here the value of one angle, that is angle XMY. Okay, so let us start. First we'll write down here construction. In the construction we shall mention, we draw AB parallel to PQ through M. Okay, so we have drawn one line AB parallel to PQ, but this line we have drawn through M. Now let us see the solution. So in the solution, first of all, see, we shall divide our question into two parts. One part which is above the line AB, the figure we shall take, and second part that is below the line AB. Okay, so first of all you look at the figure which is above the line AB. So one thing you observe, suppose if I give the name here, this angle, suppose if I say this is my angle number 2 and this angle down one, that I will suppose as angle number 3. Okay, so basically I have two angles. Now first I will take the two lines. Since AB is parallel to PQ, okay, AB and PQ are parallel. For example, if I draw here one line and if I draw one another line, that figure separately you look. This is line PQ, okay, and this will be a line AB. And see, there is one transversal passing through X and M, means they are intersecting the line PQ at X and AB at M. Observe, X this point and this point is M. Okay, so observe carefully, this is your angle number 1, okay, and this is your angle number 2. Now if I ask you, angle 1 and angle 2 are which kind of angles? So definitely you will say angle 1 and angle 2 are interior angles. They are coming on the interior of parallel lines, and as well as they are on the same side. If they are on the different side, they will be alternate, and if they are on the same side, they will be definitely interior angles. Okay, so we can say that therefore angle 1 plus angle 2, angle 1 plus angle 2 would be equal to 180 degree. Okay, here reason can be given, interior angles. You can write down in short, no problem. So interior angles, right? Now what value we have? You see, in the given already we have mentioned the value of angle 1. Okay, in the given we have written angle 1 is equal to 135 degree plus angle 2 will be as it is equal to 180 degree. Now angle 1 is equal to 135. The reason we can give with the help of given. In the given we have mentioned that things. So now angle 2 will be equal to, angle 2 would be equal to 180 minus 135. Okay, so from 180 if we subtract 135, I think the value will come here 45 degree. Okay, so observe, a part of the required angle we found here, angle XMY we were required in the question. So angle 2 is a part of the required angle, and one part we have got easily. Okay, so now angle 2 is equal to 45 degree. That is my equation number 1 in the question. Okay, now I will find out the value of angle. I think I wrote wrong here. Angle 1. Achha, okay, fine. Angle 2 actually I have given 2 times here. So we'll do one thing. This angle, the down angle I have given this angle we shall change, because angle 2 I have taken 2 times over here. So this angle we can mention as angle number 4. So don't be confused. This angle we can take as angle number 4. Okay, fine. So now you see angle 1 and angle 2 relation I have taken, and I have found the value of angle 2. Okay, so by mistakenly I have given 2 times the angle 2 over there. So this will be my equation number 1. Correct till here? Now let us see the again another pair of parallel lines. Now see, we know that one fact: if two lines are parallel to the same line, then they are parallel to each other. So first of all, you see PQ and RS are parallel. It is given in the question. AB and PQ are also parallel because with the help of construction. So observe AB and RS are parallel to PQ. So PQ is a common line between them. It means that AB and RS will be also parallel to each other. So first we'll mention these things over here. So here we shall mention, since PQ is parallel to RS, that is given in the question. Okay, and second thing we'll mention here, AB is parallel to PQ. Okay, from where that we can say with the help of construction. Now see, we can say that if two lines here, which two lines we are talking about? AB and RS. AB and RS are commonly parallel to PQ, then they are also parallel to each other. So we can say that AB is parallel to RS. Now if AB and RS are parallel, okay, if I draw that two lines again for you, so please see, this is my line AB, I can say, okay, and this I can say the down one is line RS. So here I can give the name AB one, and second one I can give the name as RS. Okay, now observe there is one transversal who is intersecting AB and RS. Look at the main figure. Who is intersecting? MY. Observe AB and RS is intersected by a line at a point M and Y. So if I intersect a line AB at M and RS at Y, so I can say that MY is transversal. It is intersecting in such a way. Okay, this point is Y and this point is M. Now you observe this angle I am talking about and this angle. This angle is actually angle number 4 and this angle is angle number 3. Look at the main figure, then I hope definitely angle 3 and angle 4 you can locate them easily. Yes, angle 3 and angle 4 can we locate properly? Now can you tell me angle 3 and angle 4 are which kind of angles? Angle 3 and angle 4 are alternate angles, and if lines are parallel we say that alternate angles are equal. So angle 3 would be equal to angle 4. Okay, here reason we can give alternate angles. Now angle 4 value we already have. Angle 4 value we have given in the question as 40 degree. Check once. Angle 4 is 40 degree. Yes. Look at the given. In the given we have mentioned. Sorry, in the given also we have made the same mistake. So that we can correct. Angle 2 I have given 2 times. So this we will mention as angle number 4. Okay. So angle number 4 is equal to 40 degree. In the figure also you can observe angle 4 is given as 40 degree. Now we'll go further. Angle 4 value I kept as 40 degree. This is my equation number 2nd. Now once again we can check. We can say since the value of angle XMY is equal to angle 2 plus angle 3. Once we can check whether it is right or not. So see, angle XMY, if I see, as I told you earlier, we shall bring the two part of angle XMY. Observe, angle XMY, one part is angle number 2 and another part is angle number 3. So both the values we got now, okay, and we can say that angle XMY is equal to angle 2 plus angle 3. So angle 2 we got here 45 degree and angle 3 we got here 40 degree. So let us put the value over here. Angle 2 is equal to 45 degree and angle 3 is equal to 40 degree. Here reason can be given by equation first and second. Okay, therefore we can say that angle XMY is equal to 85 degree and this is your required answer. Okay everybody, now we can see the question number 8. This is your solved example number second before given the exercise 6.2. Okay, so let us see the next question now. Solved example number second, means in our type it is question number 8. Okay, let us see the question number 8 now. This question is theoretical. In this question, no numerical values are given to us, and with the help of concept only, concept and facts, we have to find out the required things. First of all, see in the question what they are saying to us. In the question, see, they are saying if a transversal intersect two lines such that the bisector of a pair of corresponding angles are parallel, then we prove that then we have to prove that the two lines are also parallel. The two lines they are talking over here, that two lines are PQ and RS actually. Okay, here we can say that they are talking about line PQ and RS. And on the line PQ and RS, we have two angles are corresponding. Which two angles they are saying corresponding? Angle ABQ and angle BCS. Okay, look at these two angles. They are talking about these two angles ABQ and angle BCS. These two angles they are talking about. Now what they have done, actually we have not given that PQ and RS are parallel. So we can't say that angle ABQ and angle BCS are also equal because corresponding angles are equal when lines are parallel. So here we can't say that things. That is the only requirement of the question. We have to prove that angle ABQ and angle BCS will be equal, then we can say that the lines will be parallel. So that is the requirement part. So here these two angles are given and they have drawn the bisector of these two angles. Bisector means who divide the angle into two equal parts. Okay, so see the bisectors. One bisector is BE and second bisector is here CG. Okay, so that bisectors are dividing the angle into two equal parts. So they are saying these bisectors are parallel. Okay, means BE and CG are given parallel to us. Then we have to prove that line PQ and RS are parallel. First of all, we shall mention the given things here. This question comes in a higher order thinking skill question. Okay, so question is not difficult, solution is also very short, but the concept should be very clear what we have given and what is required. So once again I repeat over here, BE and CG are the bisector of corresponding angle ABQ and angle BCS, and that two bisectors are given parallel to us. BE and CG are given parallel. Then we have to prove here PQ and RS are also parallel. So first we shall mention the given things. We'll write down BE and CG. BE and CG are bisectors of angle. First angle is angle ABQ and second angle is here BCS. Okay, these two corresponding angles we have given in the question. So they are saying that these two angles bisectors we have drawn, and that bisectors are BE and CG. Second thing we have given in the question, BE and CG are parallel. This is the second given. Now they are saying that you prove something. So we have to prove here, PQ and RS are parallel. Okay, let us start the proof. Here there is no construction required, directly we can start the proof over here. First of all, see here angle ABE. This angle I will give as angle number 1. This angle I will give as angle number 2. Similarly, I will mark here angle number 3 and angle number 4. Okay. So I have made two angles which the bisectors have drawn after bisecting the corresponding angles. So here we'll say that since BE and CG are bisectors. Okay, so they are bisectors of which angle, that already we have mentioned in the given. So no need to mention again and again. They are bisectors of the required angles. So we can say that therefore angle 1 is equal to angle 2 is equal to half of angle ABQ, we can say, because they both will be the half of angle ABQ. For example, if I say you divide 10 into two equal parts, so what will be the value of one equal part? That is 5, and another part is also 5, and 5 will be half of the 10 because it is the equal part of 10. So since only two equal parts are there, they will be definitely half of the whole. Same way, angle 1 and angle 2 will be half of the angle ABQ. And in the similar way, we can say that angle 3 is equal to angle 4 is equal to half of angle BCS. They will be half of them. Now, if this equation little bit modified, we don't require the use of angle 2 and angle 4. And if I take only angle 1 is equal to half of angle ABQ. So I can say here, or angle 1 is equal to half of angle ABQ. One thing, angle 2 I am leaving. It is not required, however it is equal, but we don't need them. And angle 3 is equal to half of angle BCS, that we can say. Now if I transpose the term here and there, so and 2 we can bring it on angle 1, so I can say that angle ABQ is equal to 2 times of angle 1, that is the one equation. And second thing, we can say that angle BCS is equal to 2 times of angle 3. This is my equation number 1 and this is my equation number 2. Okay, so we got here one relation, angle ABQ is 2 times of angle 1 and BCS is 2 times of angle 3. Now we shall go back to the figure and we shall establish some relation. Now first of all, you look at very carefully. Suppose if I extend the line BE up till some length, for example, if I draw a line like this, okay, and again if I draw one more line same way from the point C and I extend. Now please look only the line BE and CG which I have extended, and look AD as a transversal. Okay, so you will find it, the line I have drawn, that is actually in this manner. I will show you separately also. See, the line is coming in this way. One line is like this and second line is in this manner, and a transversal is intersecting in this form. So basically this is your line BE means it is going till some length. We can say point B is here, point E is there somewhere, and similarly here we can say that point C and G is there. Okay, and here the transversal AD is intersecting. So this is your angle number 1 basically, and this is your angle number 2. You can check properly. ABE is your angle number 1 and BCG is your angle number 3. By mistakenly I wrote here 2, that is angle number 3. Okay, so we can say that the angle 1 and angle 3 are basically corresponding angles, and we know that if lines are parallel, angle 1 and angle 3 will be equal because they are corresponding angles. And you see we have given that already BE and CG are parallel. So these two lines are given parallel, so 1 and 3 will be here equal. Okay, so let us see how we can go ahead. We'll write down further. Since BE is parallel to CG, okay, so we can say that therefore angle 1 is equal to angle 3. Give the reason over here, corresponding angles. So these are our corresponding angles, therefore they are equal because lines are parallel. Now I am multiplying 2 on both the sides. We can multiply, we can divide, but we have to do it on both the sides. So let us multiply 2 on both sides. So twice of angle 1 is equal to twice of angle 3. Here we can write down multiply 2 on both sides. Okay, now look at the equation number first and second. Twice of angle 1 is basically which angle? That is ABQ, and twice of angle 3 will be equal to BCS, right? Now these two angles, observe angle ABQ, look at the main figure. Okay, angle ABQ means this particular angle they are talking about, and BCS means this particular angle. These two angles we got equal, and these two angles are corresponding angles, and if the corresponding angles are equal, we know that lines are parallel. So these corresponding angles lie on which two lines? PQ and RS. You can check clearly. You need to see the figure very carefully. So these two angles, angle ABQ and angle BCS, lie on the line PQ and RS. Okay, so we can say therefore PQ and RS are parallel. We'll write down here, but these are corresponding angles. These are corresponding angles on PQ and RS. Okay, so we can say that therefore since corresponding angles are equal, so therefore PQ is parallel to RS, right? This only required to be proved in the question. Now let us see the next question. Next and last question of type number second. So see the last question, question number 9. This is also given in the solved example of your textbook before the exercise 6.2. Okay, so let us start this question now. In this question, see what we have given. In the figure, AB and CD are parallel. Look at the line, which are two vertical lines are given. AB and CD are parallel. CD and EF are also parallel. And EA, look at that EA horizontal line. EA is perpendicular to AB. Means this angle they are forming as 90 degrees. That they want to say here. One thing. Okay. Now They are saying angle BEF. If I show you BEF, see, we shall start with B, then we'll go to E, and then we'll come to F. So BEF, this angle they are talking about. This angle. Okay, so this angle is given to us 55 degree. We shall say this angle is angle number 1. Okay, then we have to find out the value of X, Y and Z. First of all, we shall mention the given things in the question. So let us write down the given first. In the given, see, we have given that AB is parallel to CD. Second, CD is parallel to EF. Okay, these two lines are given parallel. Third, given this set, EA is perpendicular to AB. Okay, so you can write down EA perpendicular to AB, or I will say this is my angle number 2. So I can say directly in the given angle number 2 is equal to 90 degree. Since angles value we need to find out, so if I get the value of one more angle which may be helpful to find out the required one, so directly we should mention that one. And one more thing, angle number 1 is given in the question as 55 degree. Now what we need to find out in the question? We'll write down to find. Three things we need to find out. First one is here X, second one is Y, and third one is here Z. Okay, let us proceed to for the solution. Now here some names need to be given. So I will take X will be as angle number 3, then Y will be angle number 4, and Z I will say as angle number 5. Okay, I hope it is visible to you that Z is my angle number 5. Now first of all, you see, we need to find out one by one all the three angles. So which angle we can find out first? We can say, first of all, see, I will take here, since CD is parallel to EF. CD parallel to EF. Now see, figure is not given in a proper manner. Okay, so please look at the side CD and EF. If I show you with the help of one figure, this is your line CD, and somewhere here the line EF lies. Okay, suppose this I take down one as CD, and the upper one if I take as EF. Okay, and there is one transversal who is passing from the point E and intersecting the point D. So it is going like this. Actually E I have taken little. Will do one thing, I will try to join it. Yes, this point is E and this point is F. Okay, so observe, one line is passing from E and then intersecting at D. So basically angle 1 is this one, if I'm not wrong, FED. So this is your angle number 1. And angle number 4, if I try to make a relation in the same manner, then angle number 4 is EDC. This is your angle number 4. Somewhere I think I'm looking wrong over here. Okay, suppose this point, if I give the name as point P, so EDP is my angle number 4. We'll extend this one D point. Now we shall extend up till somewhere. See, here somewhere we can suppose point P, and this is your angle number 4 is going to form. Please see it carefully. Observe EDP. If you look at the figure also, observe EDP is your angle number 4, and angle number 1 is clear, FED. So FED is coming over on main figure only, but for angle number 4 we need to take some point at the downside P, then only we can give it name properly, angle number 4. Okay, so observe angle 1 and angle 4. If I ask you, now they are which kind of angles? So observe, angle 1 and angle 4 are interior angles, and we know that interior angles are supplementary. Okay, so let me rub this one, then we can write down the relation. I hope the angle 1 and angle 4 relation is clear to you. Okay, you need to draw it separately sometime, then only it come to your notice which kind of angles are given to us. Okay, so we shall write down, therefore angle 1 plus angle 4 is equal to 180 degree. Here we can give the reason, interior angles. Okay, now angle 1 is mentioned in the question, that is 55 degree. So angle 1 I will mention as 55 degree, and angle 4 is also mentioned as y. So in place of 4 I will take it as y is equal to 180 degree. Reason we can give here given to us. Okay, now y will remain here and 55 will go on to that side. So we can say that y will be equal to 180 minus 55 degree. So from 180 if I subtract 55, how much it remains? From 180 if I subtract 60, it remains 120, but I need to subtract 5 less. So remaining is, I think so, 125 degree. So value of y will be equal to 125 degree. Right? 10 minus 5, 5, remaining 1, 8 minus 6 to correct. 125 degree is the value of y. Now look at the figure again, because now I am making a relation between angle 3 and angle 4. Now students, please see angle 3 and angle 4. It is very difficult to form the separately that figure again. So I hope the relation between angle 3 and angle 4 you are able to make it now only. Angle 3 and angle 4, we can say clearly they are corresponding angles. Okay, and we have given that the line AB and CD are parallel. So corresponding angle will be equal. So we shall mention here, since AB is parallel to CD, since AB is parallel to CD, therefore we can say that angle 3 is equal to angle 4. Okay, which implies that what is the value of angle 3 I have? Angle 3 means x and angle 4 means y. So I can say that, which implies that x will be equal to y. Actually, one thing is remaining here, reason we have not given. So reason can be given here, corresponding angles. Right? Now value of y, what we have? Value of y we have 125 degree. So x will be also 125 degree. Here this one we can keep in the box because it is our one of the answer, and earlier one y also we can keep in the box. So we can highlight it properly, the answers we are getting over here. And y is equal to 125 we can give as equation number 1. So here how we can write down 125, that we can refer by equation 1. We found the value of y as 125 degree. Now see, I need to find out the value of z here. Okay, because z means angle number 5 is remaining, so that we need to find out. So see, here I am taking one angle along with the x, that is angle number 6, because now we do not have any option to take the value of 5 directly. Okay, so let us take one angle number 6 over here, because if I think corresponding angle or alternate angle, I don't think any of the relation will work. We need to apply here angle sum property of triangle, and then we shall get the value of angle number 5. Okay, so angle sum property means sum of all the angles of a triangle is always equal to 180 degree, that you know. Okay, so that I am applying. But before that, angle 3 and angle 6, you observe they are making a linear pair. Okay, So I will find out the value of angle 6 with the help of linear pair first. So here in the solution further, I will write down, since angle 3 plus angle 6 is equal to 180 degree. So that we can say by linear pair. By linear pair. Okay, and angle 3 means what here? Angle 3 will be equal to x here. So what is the value of x I have? 125. So 125 degree plus angle 6 will be equal to 180 degree. So we can say that angle 6 will be equal to angle 6 will be equal to 55 degree, right? Because 125 will go on that side, again it will be subtracted from 180, so we can say that it remain 55 degree. Now look at the triangle ABE. ABE, we have three angles, angle 2, angle 5 and angle 6. Out of that, angle 5 required, angle 2 given as 90 degree and angle 6 just now we found. Okay, so with the help of angle sum property we shall calculate the value of angle 5. So write down further, in triangle ABE, in triangle ABE we can say that angle 2 plus angle 5 plus angle 6 will be equal to 180 degree. That is with the help of angle sum property. Okay, now angle 2 we have here 90 degree. Angle 5 means that is the value of z we need to find out, and angle 6 we got just now, that is 55 degree is equal to 180 degree. Angle 2 we have written 90 degree with the help of given, and angle 6 we have written 55 degree with the help of equation number second. So here reason can be given because of angle to 90 degree and by equation 1. Okay, now 90 and 55 I will add and I will send on to the that side. So 180 minus 90 and 55, I think it will become 145 degree. Okay, and z value will be here 180 minus 145. I think remaining is here 35 degree. Once we can check, 10 minus 5 5 and then 8 minus 5 3. So yes, it is right. Value of z will be equal to 35 degree. This is your third and last answer. So keep them in the box. So students, we have finished the all questions of exercise 6.2 including the solved example. Okay, this example was quite long, but this question also came in the examination many times. Okay, so please prepare these questions, and in the lines and angles there is no deleted topic. However, I will take the full syllabus, and at the time of revision I will take the deleted topic only from the CBSE. So next time we shall start the exercise 6.3 and their concept. Okay, thank you.